Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, using tarot to help you do the inner work, heal yourself and create the life that you truly want to live. This is today's tarot. It's for all signs and it's for... what day is it for? Saturday the 4th of January 2024. I hope you're doing well. Let's get some cards out and see what's in the energies for everybody today. Well, we're starting out with... so we're empowering ourselves. Perhaps standing up for ourselves, speaking out on something, taking the power over something. Perhaps you've been usually complicit, going along with what other people want, and this time you're taking a stand, doing what you want instead. Synchronicities. The universe playing with us, showing us that we're on the right track in some kind of a way. Those coincidences that are meaningful that happen, and protection. You're being protected. Interesting. Now, this is so interesting, and I find that this is what happens in my life, is that when I've been through the lessons and I don't need any more lessons because I've learned from it, then the universe steps in and protects me from that thing. I don't need to do it myself. It's like whipped out from underneath me. It's like, you don't need this one, you've learned that lesson already. That could be happening to you at the moment. We've got the Seven of Pentacles here. This is about investment. We've got the King of Wands as well. Very often a good-looking kind of a character, the King of Wands. Very charismatic. They get stuff done. They know what it is that they want. We've got the Knight of Wands here as well. This is exciting movement forward in something. Could have something to do with the King of Wands there. What else? You're investing in something at the moment. You've decided to go into something that's exciting you. Got the Wheel of Fortune. Very well could be a fated thing. Remember the message of protection here as well. The Wheel of Fortune is fate. The Hanged Man is seeing things from a different perspective. The Four of Swords, relaxing more, doing less work. And the Page of Cups, the start of something that you'd really love. Now, we could be talking about relationship here. We could be talking about some kind of a collaboration. It has come up, this energy, in the last couple of days of collaborating and the start of something new, with teamwork, it leading to abundance, and you needing to make sure you don't put too much into it. Invest in it, yes, but to get more out of it. Now, let's see. The Seven of Pentacles is about investing. So the things that we invest are time, money, effort. And the Page of Candles, because it's right at the start of an exciting thing. So you're investing into it. Not to do all of the work, remember. We don't want to be in control of it that way. Ancient wisdom is behind that. There's a power in a few people coming together with a shared vision, and each sharing that shared vision and moving forward on something. People have to be of a similar vibration to be able to do that without it causing problems, you know what I mean? Perhaps need to be a certain level of emotional maturity so that there isn't like a selfish thing that goes on. You know how that can happen if you're starting something with people that aren't emotionally mature, then it becomes about them, and then they make it into problems, and it's exhausting. So ancient wisdom, what have you learned? King of Wands, because you've got this, I don't know, good looking. I was getting good looking. Do you think he's good looking? He's got a very square jaw. Anyway, King of Wands, good looking, charismatic. It could be like a front person of something, you know, like lead singer kind of an energy, or the presenter of something. You know how, like, there'll be YouTube channels, right, that are a collaboration of people, but then they have the presenter at the front of it, and you think the presenter is their channel, but it's not. They're just the presenter, you know. It's not always the case, but sometimes that is the case. The Knight of Presents, taking it slowly, and the Ten of Candles, so that you don't burden yourself. Right, so this charismatic person, it could be the start of a relationship with this person, because not if you have been overburdening yourself in relationships, putting too much into it, investing too much of yourself, going all in too soon, saying take it slowly. King of Wands, or if it is like a collaboration kind of thing, Take it slowly so you don't burden yourself. Know yourself, know your patterns. Inner journeys behind that. So really notice if you're going to go into old patterns, take it slowly. The Knight of Wands, because you've got forward movement and it's exciting. And if when you're in those energies, you just want to go all in because it's exciting and I really want to do it. And that's our excuse, right, when it goes wrong. And it's like, oh yeah, but I wouldn't have done any difference because it was so exciting and I just wanted to be a part of it. It's like, well, yeah, you can have that and also not do too much too, not take it on. We've got the 9 of Needles, which is about anxiety. We've got the 3 of Potions, which is about you and other people. And the 7 of Presents, which is about investing again. So when you're feeling the anxiety, listen to that and then curb your behavior. It's got something to do with knowing yourself this when there's exciting energies around. Right? Because whether it's a relationship or a project or whatever, if we're the kind of character, the kind of personality that will get swept up in it, just go all in, forget about everything else, you know? We get swept up by that emotion. It's like an addict really wanting that high from it. And so we forget about everything else and we just go all for the relationship, forgetting everything else about ourselves and just going all for the relationship, or starting a new project with people and everything else is by the wayside and we're all in on that. If that is your character to do that, then yeah, there's a need here to really know yourself and stop yourself from doing that and get more balanced. What's behind that? Joy. Okay. So it could be that some of you are having a bit of a love and a joy, or maybe a lot of a joy and love deficit in your life. And so that's why you latch onto it. When something exciting and good comes your way, you're like, it's about time because I've had a deficit. Now, that is a trap. It's a trap. That's why we need to find balance within ourselves first and find happiness within ourselves before we get into a relationship, before we start anything. Because if we're seeking the joy, the love that we want from that particular thing, and that's the only way that we're going to get it because there's nothing else going on, we're not filling our cups any other way, we're going to get a lesson from that. So be careful of that. Don't let it be everything. Have a balanced life within yourself. Try to. So Page of Cups, 4 of Swords, Hanged Man, the Wheel of Fortune. So something's fated and you're seeing it in a different way. And you've got to relax more. And it's the start of something that you'd love. Relax more about it. Overthinking as well. Anybody? Is that just me? Overthink things too. That's something that I tend to do. I tend to think about things too much. So I might not be investing myself like and going all in and like spending all my time with someone or doing something. But I will be investing a lot of my mental energy into it, overthinking it. So we've got the Fool, start of something, throwing yourself in. The Page of Presents is another message of like start things slowly. The Fool, what do fools do? Wise men say only fools rush in. Slow it down. Relax about it. Chill about it. If something is for you, you can be relaxed about it. No need to be so intense. Past, present and future. Know thyself is what I'm getting from this. Okay. And that's not to say that we're wrong, but you know, we have personalities. And none of us are like perfect. And some of the traits that we've got work against us. Sometimes it works for us and sometimes it works against us. And rather than making excuses saying, but this is a positive me that I go all in. It's like, yeah, but see yourself a little bit more clearly than that, because it does lead you astray going all in too. There are benefits to it, yes, but there's also drawbacks too. It's like, I'm a Taurian. Are you? I'm Taurus, and it's very common knowledge that we are stubborn. And yes, that can be seen as a bad thing, but you know what? It's a good thing too. It serves me. It keeps me on track. It keeps me focused. It keeps me tenacious and working at something. Yes, and sometimes it's detrimental to me and other people around me too. But it has a good side. So there's no one trait that is all negative or all positive. And so it's up to us to know ourselves so well that we know when something hinders us and we know when it benefits us, and try and channel more of the benefit than the hindrance. What about our love lives anyway? Forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events. Life's too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. So start thinking on the relationships that you want rather than the ones that have done you dirty. If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind. For the heart is a gateway to the soul. Soul. Well, there is an element, don't overthink this, to all of it today. Don't overthink this, and know thyself a little bit better than these cards are kind of saying that we do. What else? Love lives. Shine your light. Shine your light bright. Of course, we don't want to be putting ourselves down. This is not about picking ourselves apart and making ourselves wrong. But you know, the shadow work is about knowing ourselves completely. And isn't it refreshing? Like when you meet someone and they know parts of the character, and they can say that sometimes if I'm going through something, I'll be by myself and you won't hear from me for a while. And that might hurt you, but it's because I'm going through something and that's the way I deal with things. It's good to know, right, what we do. You've got influence and control. Influenced by someone, controlling. Someone controlling wants to influence you. Falling in love, are you? Let me know in the comments. And communication. Communicating with someone that you're kind of falling for. Is there some banter going on? Starting to get feelings? Catching feelings? What else in the energies today, please? I'm just going to keep on shooting these today's tarot. And I know I'm going to lose my voice, but today's the only day I can do it for a couple of days. So I'm just going to keep on going until it's the staff party, which I'm going to this evening. Dragon, beware of self-delusion. Yeah, like all of these energies about know thyself. And not knowing ourselves to kind of not boast, but make excuses for ourselves, or say that, explain why it's just a good thing. No, know ourselves properly. Is that why sometimes we can be hard to deal with? Like when we can really, that's the shadow work, when we can really own a detrimental side of ourselves, detrimental perhaps to ourselves, detrimental perhaps to other people, and just own that. It's like, this is who I am. We can work around this. I'm not going to change, right? But we can work around this. Hills, obstacles to overcome. We've got a weeping willow, family sorrow. We have a four-leaf clover, great and good fortune. And we have a hammock, taking a vacation physically or mentally. Well, think of a yes or no answer question, because I've got a red and a green crystal in this bag, and I'm going to pull one of them out shortly for our answer, but it's just a bit of fun. This is a general reading, not a personal one. If you do want a personal private reading, they're available from my website, behealing.com. Find a link for that in the description box below, and also up there too. How best to deal with these energies today? Well, we have the Eight of Canes. Something is standing in your way, and it's not something that you've got to change about yourself. The Eight of Canes is about belief or a thought that's standing in your way. I can either own me being stubborn and everything about that and say, well, yeah, that is me. It's a characteristic I have, and work with that. Or I could pretend that I don't have that, just completely disown it and say, no, I'm not stubborn. It's like a long time ago. Someone said to me, it was a funny moment. You're in denial. I said, no, I'm not. When we just deny, there's just no point. There's no point in denying. So find the belief of who you think you should be, and just let that go. Because we're allowed to be ourselves, right? Well, think of a yes or no answer question now. Your answer is? Yes. I was just about to say, I hope it's a yes today, because it's been no for such a long time now. Well, there you go. Thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to click like before you click off down there. Click that subscribe button if you're new. Leave me a comment. I do love hearing from you. Consider clicking that join button down there. Be a part of my membership. You'll get readings in here on my live shows, which I should be back at now, right about now. Well, have the best day ever. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.